Sluggish start for Parchment. Daniel Roberts wins the race to the first hurdle, but he's hit a couple, and what a run here from the Japanese athlete Izumaya. Could the Japanese athlete steal the win here? Daniel Roberts trying to finish strongly. Roberts dips for the line, and there's daylight in the end between him, Izumaya, and Cordell Tinch, who was going well in lane 3. Just 13.12 though, not too quick for Daniel Roberts. But it is a world lead. It's been rounded down there to 13.11. Izumaya, Tinch, Crittenden, Edwards, all in a photo finish. Hansel Parchment, he did say he's fully focused on the Olympic Games and not to expect too much at this stage in the season. I'm sure he would have loved to have gone under 13 seconds like he did last year. Today for Parchment, all about Daniel Roberts today. Wonderful start, wonderful execution. And a little bit left over the last couple of hurdles as well.
Good start from Roberts. Izumaya once again is into his running nicely. Parchment still has some work to do. Roberts now starting to grow into the race. But here comes Parchment again. Izumaya still in contention, but Roberts gets away. Roberts has done it. He's taken 100th off last weekend, and it is indeed back-to-back wins for Daniel Roberts. Really impressive consistency. A cleaner race. Not a dramatic start, but he got a march on Parchment, who still has some work to do. Izumaya once again got away quickly, but didn't have the endurance to keep that going. But Roberts, 13.13 last weekend, 13.12 here. Izumaya coming through in second, and Parchment, the Olympic champion, in third place.
Well, this is a rhythm event, and it takes a few races to get it right. Who's going to get it most right here tonight? Watch the tall frig of Dos Santos there, fourth from left. He's massive character, about 6'4", and he's striding away with this one. Is the Brazilian, and looking very good at the moment. His first 400-meter hurdles of the year, this for Dos Santos. He's got the jump on the rest of the field at the moment. He's well ahead at 200 meters, although CJ Allen trying to match him stride for stride, but as the stagger unwinds in the favor of the Brazilian around the crown of the Brent, he's looking very, very smooth indeed. He's got a good lead at the moment. CJ Allen in second place, out in lane 6, but Dos Santos looking quite fantastic here, and that lead is stretching away. He's so powerful after the final barrier. The gap is 12 meters, 14 meters as he hits the line. 46.86. That is the performance of the night, surely, amongst all these disciplines. Of course, it's a new meeting record by nearly half a second. I can tell you that only 3 other men in history has run as fast as that. That was quite magnificent. And I'll tell you what, Steve, it was his form down the home straight, the way he held it. His strength was amazing. Through the final 100 meters, over the final couple of flights, 46.86, a massive meeting record. Good start from Holloway, bad start from Parchment. Izumaya in Japan, good start from third to left, but Holloway going away with this one and moving further away, we can hold this together. Cunningham going well in 2, but Holloway's leading this one and winning by a metre and more. And Roberts gets second place, the world number 1 at the time. 13.05 and more or less still air, very slight headwind, but that underlines his 13.07 last week, and on a specially constructed track in Atlanta, in a park on the edge of the city. He ran 13.07 there, and quite a strong headwind. 13.03 in fact for Holloway. That is the quickest time in the world this year by almost a metre, and that is a very, very dominant run.
And easily, I mean, Parchment was absolutely nowhere, doesn't get out of the blocks. He's obviously got a bit of work to do. He does finish strongly, Parchment, but up to that first hurdle really gave him. Maggie gets a pretty slow start, the Estonian, in lane 6, and already up on him. CJ Allen and Rashawn Clark starting very, very quickly as well. Maybe Clark has just got a slight advantage just watching them rise down the back straight. The young Jamaican really hasn't tacked this hard through the first 200 meters already, and he's just moving alongside CJ Allen, who you would expect certainly to contend here, but Clark showing that he has the maturity at age 19. He's just getting better all the time, full of confidence, hurdling beautifully as well. So it's Clark who comes into the lead in the home straight. CJ Allen's always very strong over the last couple of barriers, and also going well is Drummond. And it's Drummond now starting to drive on. Maggie's finishing quickly. Clark just checks into that, hits it hard, and it's going to be Drummond who comes away. Maggie's going to come through for second place. Drummond takes the win. That's a surprise, 48.57.
Brilliant atmosphere, real respect showed by the crowd, and already Varholm in his favourite lane 7 has blasted out over the first 50, already eaten into Margin. He's on his way. Alison dos Santos, the blonde hair in the centre, is making ground on McMaster. McMaster with a bit of work to do here, but Varholm, who's relentless round the top end with just under 200 to go, has scorched this. Dos Santos is in pursuit as the bend unfolds. Has Varholm gone off too quickly? He's got brilliant strength endurance, but the long stride of Santos is really starting to make its appearance here. The T's too well clear. Varholm, Santos is coming back at him. One fight to go, and Santos is going to come through, or is he? Varholm stretching, it's on the line, and Santos has got it. Alison dos Santos has spoiled the Varholm party here. Well, dos Santos went out very, very hard indeed in Oslo on Thursday, and what is he going to do here in the sunshine? Already he's eaten into the ground of the man on his outside, Bengtström, and he's flying down the back straight, also going well in the orange. Second left of picture is Kyron McMaster. A lot of work to do there for CJ Allen, but dos Santos is just gliding round, 2 meters tall, 6'7", really languid style. Beautiful action, so smooth, so economical, but McMaster is up on his shoulder and giving him a real workout here. This feels really fast. Has he got his stride pattern right? Yes, he has. Not looking ragged. Look at the gap between dos Santos on the rest. Now Allen is coming back and putting McMaster under pressure. One more flight to go for dos Santos, and he's on his way. Let's keep an eye on the clock. 46.80, the winning record. Has he done it? No, just outside. Just slowed up a little bit in the final 100 meters. But it's 3 wins from 3 from Alison dos Santos. That will feel good.
And away, good start from Izumaya, the Japanese athlete, so technically good. Cunningham was good through the first half of his heat and then faded slightly. And the other American beard was strong over the final few hurdles. It's neck and neck. Trey Cunningham with his race of the season. I think might have just snuck it on the line there. It was a great medal for him in Eugene, and then he struggled somewhat. He struggled somewhat in the last few days. Oh, they've changed the result on the screen. It's gone to Sasha Zoya. I think Trey Cunningham is going to say, hang on a minute, we're in France. Yeah, I got shown the win, and it's been taken away. Sasha Zoya equaling his personal best. He does get it on thousands, and that's lovely here for the home crowd, and it's brilliant for Sasha Zoya, who's such a good youngster. So brilliant.
Dos Santos gets away a little languidly, but he's got such a nice smooth action once he gets going, and he's up and going well, and the man outside and the young Jamaican had such a good performance in their trials. Now getting a little bit of a shock and trying to react down the back straight. They're pulling away with happy old France, who's really attacked the first 200. Bengtström a little further back, the Swede, but dos Santos, you see how early he's rising compared to the others. Must have a 6 or 7 meter lead at the very least at this point. Just checking a little bit into that one as he changes down into the home straight now. Dos Santos clearly ahead. It'll be all about him on the clock now. The Brazilian looking smooth again, maybe not charging as much as we would have thought. Rasmus finishing very, very quickly inside him as well. Dos Santos just looking a little languid here. The clock stops at 47.79. Cunningham gets a great start. Joya was right with him. Tincher's going well also. Simonelli not too far away, but it's the Americans. Cunningham coming with Grant Holloway, but now Holloway starts to dominate this race, and Holloway's going to get the win. Just watch for the clock here. 13.02 into a slight headwind. Said it keeps changing around. Well, it's another win, yet another win. Tinch finished very, very quickly. It was a good performance from Simonelli also. In fact, Simonelli might get the nod for second there. But no doubt about our winner, it's been taken down a little bit, 13.01. I guess for Holloway, you know, the nerves must just be building. You know, he hasn't won the Olympic title. He's been dominant on world champions at this level, the Diamond Leagues. But that Olympic day, that moment when he's sitting in the blocks, he knows he's the best. Everybody else knows he's the best. But it's the 110 hurdles.
And anything can happen.
Yeah, and all he can do is keep winning.
Well, Varholm goes out very aggressively, and we felt perhaps in Oslo he'd gone out too aggressively, and he's already eaten into Samba on his right, also going well. Dos Santos and Rai Benjamin, little to choose between them. The rest are already trailing behind down the back straight. Varholm has gone out very hard, but Dos Santos is coming back at him. Rai Benjamin much more measured at the moment, going round with 200 to go. Varholm leading the way. Very little to choose between them. Dos Santos was more measured in Oslo. Varholm talked about perhaps being a little vulnerable into 8 and 9. Here they come with 2 to go. Everybody's on their feet. Rai Benjamin has got a little yard on Dos Santos. Varholm, though, is ahead of all of them. Now it's a rights out for the line. Let's keep an eye on the clock. It's Rai Benjamin who's come through again. 46.68. An incredible run. 2 men under 47 again. It's Benjamin from Varholm from Dos Santos. Wow. Dos Santos likes to go very hard indeed, and the master has got him in his sights already with that tall, languid style down the back straight. Dos Santos, who was a little bit ragged in Paris, we thought, but is already eating up on the ground of xiamen in lane 7, and it's Dos Santos is making the early running here. A little bit of work to do for McMaster still, also going well is Apio, but Dos Santos into the last 200 metres is going really well, nice and fluid. Now he's in the final stages in Paris where he just lost his line a little bit. Also still going well is Abakar in lane 8, but Dos Santos now with 2 barriers to go, stretching well, but Abakar is still there for company. We weren't expecting that. Let's keep an eye on the clock. The meeting record 47.12. It's not going to be as quick as that, but it is just outside 47.18. Dos Santos back to winning ways. Away very nicely indeed. Also going well is Simonelli. Simonelli's got a bit of work to do now. Roberts is coming back at him as well. Broadbell hasn't got a response this time. Parchment coming into it as well. And over on the far side it is Broadbell who came through well from lane 3. Well. Holloway, a rare defeat. The first of the season for the defending champion. It was tight in Paris. Holloway beaten in Lausanne, and he's never won, you know, here in Lausanne. That's his 3rd race here, and it's Broadbell, the Olympic bronze medalist, coming through to win from Holloway from Parchment.
It's always Broadbell, isn't it? Who seems to beat him in a Diamond League race when Roberts gets the best start. Simonelli got out pretty well, although he doesn't take the first 2 flights well. It's Holloway already stamping his authority on this, and Holloway well ahead here. So Holloway got a couple of meters, and right over on the far side, close there. Joya running a great race, 13:01. Joya came through very well over the last 2-3 flights ahead. It was probably his 2nd best performance of the year. And Holloway, 12:99 it's gone down to, and Joya will be given a personal best. And these young hurdlers, they're not quite getting onto terms with Holloway yet, but I think the next couple of years are going to be interesting with the likes of Moritaki and Joya, others. Simonelli of Italy, who's improved so much, didn't run so well tonight. 12:99, that's his 12th time under 13 seconds. Just.
Away they go. These fellas don't like a wet track with those barriers to negotiate around the circuit. But looking at them now, and it's certainly Ducot who's gone off the most aggressive. He's closing up on Dos Santos there. Yeah, just hurdling a little bit for the Brazilian. Dos Santos 3rd from left, Ducot 4th from left. They come around the bend now. Good running 2 inside Ducot, and 4 from Samba. Oh, and Dos Santos pulls out there. Dos Santos gone and down, and really good running from Rashawn Clark in 3 as they come off the bend. Clark and Samba in 4 outside him, and Ducot of France there. Nothing between these 3 as Clark now flails with those arms into the last barrier, hits it hard, but it doesn't hold him back much. But look at Samba coming back at him, doesn't quite get there, runs out of track. And the time 47.50. Well, I tell you what, that is pretty quick.